Hi there, Lynn Volmy here, and happy Monday. I wanted to quickly come on this morning and just talk about the 14 to 17 second rule. Do you know actually what that is? So, if we have a negative thoughts, and we all have them, we have 14 to 17 seconds to actually cancel that out before it actually goes out to the universe to do whatever, right? So whether it works against us is definitely, any negative thoughts we have is definitely not going to be working for our highest and best. But we want to do is really pay attention to those, especially if we have them consistently. If we have them consistently, then that actually is a really true indication that it is manifesting, it's going to manifest in our physical reality somehow, right? So when we have a negative thought, what do we do with it? So within that 14 to 17 seconds, if you actually choose to place energy on it, put your attention on it, then what's going to happen is just kind of like the snowball effect, right? So it's just gonna gather more and more and more, and it's going to be kind of like a frenzy. Have you ever thought about, whenever you get triggered and you have a negative thought and that's what you choose to stay with it, you just fume a little bit more, until like you can't really think of anything else but that, and you make up scenarios in your head and all of that, and that works against us, right? So what do we want to do instead is you can actually, just do a simple, this is so simple, okay? What you want to do is just connect with that thought and just say cancel, clear, delete, delete, delete. You do delete, delete, delete 3 times. That is for your conscious, subconscious, and higher self to recognize that you are not putting that out to the universe, to have it come back in whatever form. And that's it. Cancel, clear, delete, delete, delete. You can either say that out loud or say it within your mind. It's all good. Okay. Now, what happens if you continue thinking about this negative thought and the canceling and the clearing and the delete, delete, delete doesn't really work? Then that is an indication that actually something deeper is really going on within the cellular memory. So, what I would suggest is connect to that thought, drop down into your heart, and look to see what feelings are attached to the thought. What are you feeling? Okay. When you connect to a feeling, ask yourself this very important question: when is the very first time I have experienced this feeling? Okay. Normally, it'll bring you back to a childhood memory. And what that is whenever we have an experience that left its mark on us, that left a huge impression, then what that does, it's kind of like a kink, kind of like, within the energy body, and it gets stuck there. And the reason why that you always have these thoughts that are coming, limiting thoughts that are coming, is because whatever that emotion or that event or that experience, whenever that happened, it wasn't processed. And it's really important for us to process, to acknowledge what happened, to acknowledge the feelings, even if they're yucky, right? We all came here to experience life, and we live in a place of duality, so the good with the bad. And it's not really bad because everything works for us. Not everything happens for us, not to us, right? So as you are connecting to an old memory, look to see what that experience was. And like I said, wherever there is a negative, there's always a positive. And if you look into your life from when it first happened to the present day, look to see what the pattern is. And within that pattern, you should be able to figure out what it is that you're supposed to be learning. If being energetic, soulful beings, part of our imprint and part of our purpose being here is all about self-love, right? So if you look into your boundaries, what boundaries do you need to, maybe you have a, maybe your boundaries aren't clear enough. Maybe you need less boundaries because you're closing yourself off. Or maybe you need to place more boundaries around yourselves because you are involved in a lot of toxic relationships. So the 15-second rule, 14 to 17-second rule, really helps us discern and bring awareness to what it is that we are creating in our lives. So again, the cancel, clear, delete, delete, delete. If it's happening on a regular basis and if it's a pattern, check with your feelings, look to see and ask yourself the question, when is the very first time I felt this? Go back to that event and ask yourself, what am I learning from this? And connect to soul, drop into your heart, bring in your guides, connect to soul and say, okay, why is this? Why did I choose this? Why did I choose to experience this in my life? Especially if it's a pattern, there's some great lessons there. And just, just do the work and ask some really great questions again about why did this happen? Look to see if there's issues with regards to trust, with regards to, again, boundaries. Look to see if there is some forgiveness there. Look to see, if you're feeling resentful, regret, bringing in some forgiveness. And the more we can bring about what it is that we are learning with regards to our experiences, then we can actually let go of the obligations of people treating us a certain way. Okay. So thank you very much for listening in. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, because I will be bringing in more videos like these. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.